Hey, what's up? Ken from Palm Beach Dyno here. If you follow us on our other social media, you've probably already seen that we ran an 8-second pass finally in our GT500. We're gonna talk all about that in a little bit, show you the video. But there's some even bigger news is we've got a new shop. Let's go ahead and walk you through. I want to go through all the cars and what we've got planned. This is a Whipple car, as you can see here. We're going to come back to this in a little bit because this ties into my car. This is one of the first cars we've had here that has the Magna ride deleted, and we're going to go over how that works and everything. This is a Whipple setup. This was actually the very first GT500 with a Whipple. It got sent here for additional work. We're waiting on some wheels and finish it up, and then it goes to the track. This right here is a big one in our wheelhouse. This is Ray Martinez's Shelby widebody signature, and it's now a CX1100R. It's pretty much finished up. We're waiting on some badging, and then it hits the dyno. There'll be a whole video just on this car, so I definitely want you to check that out. We do a lot of new GT500s, but this is a slight throwback. It's the last GT500, and right now, I'm not even gonna pop the hood because there's nothing under there. This has a 4.5 liter Whipple. It's at Whipple getting recoded, and we're kind of redoing this deal. But probably one of the coolest things about this car is you can see inside, this has a 6R80 transmission in it. We got a new converter from Circle D, and that with the brand new Whipple, we're gonna get this thing all tuned up and maybe back to the track. So let's keep going. So we're gonna go through the rest of the shop here. Actually, you know what? Austin Ireland's car turned out awesome. He had a CX1000 package. We recently just delivered that. It's the yellow that everybody seems to love. Why don't we watch some dyno videos on that?
Go, 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 yeah. Oh, shit, okay. All right. Woo! That makes your internal organs move. Jeez.
All right, another CX1100R, black one. This one's not a wide body, of course, but this is George Surtzel's car. He actually was one of our early customers with the GT500, and he was waiting for us to get all the package worked out. So he is actually serial number 4 for the CX1100R. These are serialized packages. Ray's is serial number 5, and right here behind me is David Lloyd's serial number 6. All these are CX1100R packages. They're all built to the same spec. A CX1100R is our 1100 horsepower package, but it also, the C stands for carbon. So if it's a carbon track pack car, you automatically get the C. If not, then you have to have a fair amount of carbon on the car. And those are the only packages we're doing that are serialized with the stock blower. We're gonna have serialized packages with a Whipple and serialized packages with a twin turbo. Those are coming soon. So right here, I want to show you this car. This is a pretty special car because it's unique. I'll let you look at it, get a little confused, and then we'll talk about it. As you can see, this is not a GT500 engine, but that is a GT500 blower with our blower lid on it. This is basically a Gen 3 Coyote engine that the customer put a 2020 GT500 blower on, our lid. I believe he is building an engine for this currently, but not right now. It is a stick car too. Very, very cool. So kinda, once the engine's built, it's really gonna be his version of a stick shift GT500. Has tilt seats in it. It's a really nice setup. We'll go over this car more as we do more work on it. Right here, like I said, this is David Lloyd's car. All the vehicles are available with different options on the lid. This one doesn't have his lid on it yet. As you saw, Ray had the red lid. We had a yellow lid on Austin's car. So, you know, we pretty much can customize the package to whatever you like. We even have different color bolts on the pulleys. They're titanium bolts. We can color match those for you. Different colors are somewhat tough, but we've done green. We've got those. We've got red ones. So it's pretty cool. This right here is actually related to my car, Deadspool. This is Carl's fluid twin turbo car. His was one of the development cars. It was here for us to pull the transmission so he could take it to Power by the Hour, for Power by the Hour to do the rebuild, and Jeremy just got that reinstalled. So I believe we're doing a fuel system in this car also. As soon as that gets in, we'll do that, and then it probably needs a tune-up after that. Right over here is our 2020 GT500. We're calling this one Overkill. That name hasn't really caught on for me yet, but I'm gonna try. Anyway, so let's talk about the track. What we've been battling lately is, well, everybody battles really, is clutch. So every time you think you find a limit, there's other ways around it. Things you tried a year ago, now you've learned more, you circle over to those things again, and now all of a sudden, you know, things start coming together. And that's basically what has happened with this car. We made a few failed attempts at running an 8, and then last week we took it to a track rental and we were able to really put it down. The biggest issue we were fighting ourselves was we were able to get it to shift perfectly down the track, but I was not able to get it to 60 foot very well. We were stuck in the like 1.5s, even 1.6s at times. I knew I really needed it in the mid 1.4 range to get that ET we were looking for, and we finally got it. So let's go ahead and watch those passes, and then we're gonna talk about the next day we went to, or the next week we went to the track, found really the weak points and how we're gonna solve all that. All right, here we go, guys. First pass of the day, of the night. Track looks phenomenal. NHRA was here testing earlier today. Fuck yeah, Jared just told me. Fuck yes! That wasn't even a good hit, dude. Nah, bro. Nah, it's got way more. Dude! Oh, bro!
Congratulations,
see that
man.
picture?
I saw it.
It did that on the first hit too, where it picked the wheel. I was like, what the fuck?
That wasn't even a great 60 because it pulled the timing.
Yeah.
I could get it better.
As soon as
So, what you saw on this last pass that we went testing after the 8-second pass, I decided, okay, I ran my 8. I was being very conservative on the tune, both on my driving and things I wanted to experiment with in the tune, but I didn't want to upset the chance of me running the 8. So once I got the 8, I decided, let me go ahead and make a bunch of changes to the vehicle, in the tune specifically, and try to, you know, see what we can get. So I made quite a few changes, way more changes than I probably should make all at once. We got to the track, and on the very first hit, it left insanely good. It scared me. Let's go ahead and watch that right now. Holy crap! That scared the shit out of me. It went into tire shake really bad, but I think we figured out the launch. All right, so basically a 137, and if you watch that video back again, I didn't even make it to the 60 before it started to spin. So there's a lot of things I can do to address that in the tune, but the biggest thing I'm gonna do to address it is suspension. As you guys know, these things run on Magnaride suspension, and it's just too soft. We need to slow the front end down. We got to slow the rear end down. We do offer the DSC controller. That's probably an option for a lot of people, but I am going super crazy with this car long term, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet, and we're gonna make a major change. I'm gonna go over here and show you. So, when it comes to suspension, you guys always hear me talk about Keltrack, and that is exactly what I would normally do. Keltrack suspension, custom spec Viking coilovers in the front, custom Vikings in the rear. But I thought about it, and you know, the car's working pretty good right now. And of course, I like the nicest stuff, all the carbon on my car and the parts are all the nicest stuff. But I also wanted to try something new. So we're gonna try the newest thing from Keltrack, which is this right here. This is a bad piece, and a lot of Mustang GT guys are gonna be interested in this. You know, like I said, normally I would just go straight to this, but I wanna try this on our GT500. You know, we've tested this heavily on the GT. These are already selling, these are available. So what is it? Instead of going to a coilover, this is a replacement strut. You can take your stock spring, or more than likely, you may already have lowering springs on your vehicle, and transfer those over to this. So that A, allows you to keep the current springs that are on your car, or run a normal spring and not have a coilover. A coilover gives you adjustability and all those sorts of things, but they're way more expensive. This is way more economical and may do the job just as good, and we're gonna find out on the GT500. All right, well, we got one other real big thing planned for the GT500. We're gonna walk you over there and show you all about it. The last big piece of news on the GT500 is right here. I have it all wrapped up. Actually, I didn't wrap it up. I think Jeremy wrapped it up for me, but we got some good video of that. I wanna go over the specs of this. This is my fully new long block from TKM and Head Games. Head Games did the head work, and TKM did everything else. It's got a Winberg billet crank. It's got billet cam caps. It's got O-ringed exhaust ports. It's got, top fuel hoops, copper gaskets. We are going full send on this thing. Now, of course, we're at the mercy of the clutch, but with everything we've learned recently about the clutch and getting the pressures right, who knows? But we're definitely going for 2,000 horsepower. It may take a year for us to catch up with trans development. Hopefully you subscribe, like the channel, keep up with it, and we'll see you on the next one.